Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, we all know that family court, divorce court, paternity court is a graveyard for men, right? It just is. Men get screwed over in the West every day. Every minute of every day, there's some guy getting screwed over, okay? And guys, women are incentivized to leave men, and the government allows them to do it and make money off it and profit off of it. And the government profits off it too. So guys, here we have a case of a guy who's gonna basically get screwed over by the court. All right, him and that, you know, Michelin man up in the upper right have got divorced, and she sells the house from underneath him, and then his property is still in the house and it's gone. So he's trying to sue her and get some justice. Guys, do you think that that's gonna happen? Right? So guys, we're going to jump into this, but before we do, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps keep this channel going. Make sure you are subscribed, guys. I am trying to hit 3,000 subs by the end of this month. Hit the notification bell. And yeah, guys, check the community tab for the lives. Let's get into this, guys. Oh, and this is from Court Archives, guys. Check out this channel here. They're really, really, really good. They have a lot of really, really, really good court stuff over there. So props to them.
You eliminated me from the house.
Okay. So you didn't have to sign off the house. You didn't have to do anything in regard to the house.
Absolutely nothing. She did it without me knowing. I had no idea the house was being sold until the kids told me that they were moving out.
The plaintiff has
sad, isn't it, guys? That's a little preview of what we're going to see.
Made various allegations of property she did not receive in this matter. And likewise, that again, that the defendant had not removed himself from the Kellogg Credit Union account. Ms. Lindsley, have you received, as a result of filing your motion, have you received any of this stuff yet that you wanted?
She got off the bank accounts last Friday.
Okay. So that issue is resolved.
Yeah.
And Mr. Lindsley, have you received the personal property that you were supposed to receive in the judgment?
I have not.
So you can see in the judgment, he was supposed to get some personal property. It was by the ruling of the court that he was supposed to get certain property, okay? And he didn't get it.
Okay. Ms. Lindsley, is there a reason that plaintiff has not received his personal property?
As far as the freezer goes, that was left in the house that we sold. He did have the opportunity to come and pick it up, and told me that his friend who he was going to borrow the truck from was out of town. So he did have the opportunity to get that, and he did not.
Okay.
As far as the title and lien release, initially he told me he wouldn't need it because he would have the divorce decree. Later he said he did need it. I looked for the copy. I said I can't find it. If I need to get another one, I'll do that.
Look at how agitated that he's getting just by her talking. You know that he's been beaten down in this marriage, right? Look at that, and look at this woman up here on the right. Look at that smug look on her face. And oftentimes they have this look because they know the court's going to rule in their favor. And this guy just I feel sad that he's even here in the first place because he doesn't realize that he's going to get screwed. We know he is, but he still thinks that there's going to be some justice. Sad.
He told me that he could do so just the same. So I said, okay, let it be. And then lastly, as far as the spare key to the Kia, I gave that to him last summer when he asked for it, and I have not seen it since.
Okay. So go ahead, sir.
Well, the freezer, she told me the day before that I was going to be out of town that I could pick it up when I was out of town. And then the next Sunday, she texted me and said, hey, you can get over here and get the freezer today. I'll be there for a couple hours. I didn't have a truck. It's a 16 cubic foot freezer. I had my 2 boys with me. I can't get a freezer out of a basement by myself.
Okay.
I don't know.
Has the freezer been relinquished with the house? So you sold the house and the freezer stayed with the house, correct?
Yeah. And then when I called the realtor, she said, well, it's passed. You can't get it.
Okay.
And the title and the lien release, I talked about it and said, let me know if you can't get it, and I'll get it if I have to. And then she never let me know. And the key, I was in the middle of moving out and came home. Things were removed from my car. The lock was changed to the house, and I didn't have a key.
So she took some stuff out of the house. I mean, out of his car. Changed the locks. This is the house that they both own, guys. And then she knew he wanted that freezer. She knew it. And she said, you know what? Screw you. I don't care. And the house got sold. And now he can't get his freezer back.
The key was gone.
Okay. Well, it appears that what we can do as it relates to the title, the court will order that the defendant would acquire a title for the vehicle. So you can get that at Secretary of State. You can then sign off on it. You can then provide the lien release as well to the plaintiff. The court will give you a few weeks to do that. I'll let you have until July 10th, 2023 to provide those documents to the plaintiff in this matter. As it relates to the freezer, unfortunately, it remained in the house.
Here it comes, guys. You ready for this? Here it comes.
And no action was taken. And obviously, you don't have any recourse on the home buyers because you abandoned the freezer by leaving it in the home.
I didn't abandon it. I never had the opportunity to get it.
Well, you didn't have an opportunity to get it. You could have filed an action at that point when the house was still available. Again, you're not going to be able to get that from the house because the purchasers, they took possession and they don't have any obligation or responsibility to provide you with that property that was left there.
But she did. I don't get what the negotiation's for if she's allowed to not do this stuff.
Well,
Why did I give up things to get this to not get it?
I understand that, but you needed to do it while the matter was still pending, while the house was still the two of your house, or by the fact that one of you had possession. Once the two of you relinquished and closed on the house.
I didn't relinquish. You relinquished it for me. I challenged the sale.
Okay, well, it's really.
There you go. Up. Now he wants to stop. You hear that? The judge made it so that his opinion didn't matter, or that it didn't matter that he didn't want to sell the house.
Relinquished one way or the other. What happens is the two of you, again, sold the house, transferred the house. Apparently you did a deed, you transferred it, and you didn't get it out of there before the property went over to the purchasers.
Because I knew about it the day before and I was out of town. She didn't tell me till less than 12 hours before that she was moving out.
Did you close on the sale of the house the day before you left town, sir?
I didn't. No, she did. I had nothing to do with the house.
It's crazy.
You eliminated me from the house.
Okay. So you didn't have to sign off the house. You didn't have to do anything in regard to the house.
Absolutely nothing. She did it without me knowing. I had no idea the house was being sold until the kids told me that they were moving out.
Boom, right there. Right there. The court made it so that this chick can sell their house out from under him. He didn't even know until his kids told him the house was being sold. Guys, let that sink in for a second. And I hate to laugh, guys. I laugh when things are just... It's how I deal with, like, this craziness, right? Because you gotta laugh. This is so crazy that this happens, guys. And these women wonder why so many men don't want to get married or even deal with women anymore. Because this could happen to you, guys. This could happen to you. Clown world.
And then she told me 5 minutes after they told me.
Okay. Well, there's nothing we can do to get the freezer at
There
this
you go.
point because again, it was relinquished with the home. So there's nothing that we can do in that regard.
So she's allowed to get rid of stuff that we agreed that I would get, and I don't get.
She didn't get rid of it. She left it, sir.
Yeah, she abandoned it.
Okay. Well, the court cannot enforce it against the purchaser of the home.
Of
So
course not.
Why can't you enforce it against her?
unfortunately, well, she doesn't have it. So,
Why can't she reimburse me for a freezer?
well, the court's not going to get into that at this
See,
particular.
boom, right there, guys. He asked a perfectly good question. Let's hear that again.
Freezer.
Let's hear that one more time.
Of the home. So,
Why can't you enforce it against her?
unfortunately, well, she doesn't have it. So,
Why can't she reimburse me for a freezer?
Why can't she reimburse him for a freezer? That's a perfectly good question. Reasonable, right? Why can't this woman, where the court ruled that he would get that property, and her actions resulted in him not getting it, but the judge just says, go F yourself. I don't care.
well, the court's not going to get into that
Of
at
course
this
not.
particular point, sir. It's the freezer unfortunately is gone. I'm ordering her to take care of the issues concerning the vehicle, and that will be the order of the court.
Okay, so what about the key to the vehicle?
Do you have the key, ma'am?
I do not. I did
Okay.
not take the key from him after he got it back from me.
How
Okay.
did you get into my car?
Sir, you acknowledge she gave you the key back, correct?
And then she took it back.
Well,
She got into my
I don't
car
know if
when
she
it was
took it.
locked. Somebody
You-
got into my car when it was locked.
Okay.
And took
And now the judge just shuts him down and shuts him up.
things
Well,
out.
The court's not going to, we don't do it, we do it based on proofs, et cetera. I'm not going to assume because somebody got into your car that it was in fact her and that she removed the key or something. And if she gave you the key, how did she get into the car then, sir?
She took the key back, sir. When I moved out, I left, came back, and things were missing.
Okay.
She
Well,
changed the locks and wouldn't let me finish moving out and took stuff.
okay.
And so she's allowed to.
Okay. Well, she claims she doesn't have the key. There's no way the court can order her.
And it's her word against yours, and you're screwed. That's basically it, guys. Right there. We've seen this in real time. How the court treats men. In this 8-minute video, you see why the any type of court, anything, family court, paternity court, anything, civil court, criminal court, is against men.
To turn over something that she doesn't have. So, sir, you can prepare an order as it relates to the title and the lien release that those would be provided to you by July 10th. And that will be the order of the court. Court will end this matter at 10:49 a.m. You're free to go.
So there it is, guys. Right there. There it is. Now, this judge is worthless. He's a worthless piece of trash. This smug face broad here is a demon. But this guy right here, I feel bad for him, but then I don't, because he actually thought that somehow the court would care. Would actually care, would actually listen to his grievances. Guys, this is why we have to change the laws of our minds. We have to, if it was me, I wouldn't even go to court for this. To give her the satisfaction of seeing the judge take her side is even worse. If this guy, he should have just said, you know what, just take the L, move on, and never talk to this chick again, ever. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've been through this. Because I guarantee it, a lot of you guys have. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys.